Excited to have him doing all this hard work and then leading us, down the really hard course. Every time we get really tired, he said, "Don't forget, you have to keep your foot on the pedal." Like, oh, all right. I always remember that. Okay, here, Bruce.
Thank you, Pat. First off, Pat, can you please give a round of applause for Pat? She's basically organized, along with Molly, all this today, so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I'm going to try and keep it short. We're on the eve of the announcement of cutting the funding for the Clackamas County Equity Office, so it's a bit of a solemn morning, to be perfectly honest with you, but also a reminder of the importance of this work and the importance of investing in this work, especially in this moment. So as we head into a new, let me back up and just say a little bit about myself. So again, my name is Bruce Poinsette. I graduated from Lake Oswego High School in 2007. Been working with Response since our third community meeting. And I have a passion for trying to create really tangible change, especially tangible change that people can feel in this community. I think we made a lot of progress in these last few years, but as I mentioned, with cutting of the funds for the Clackamas County Equity Office, and talking with parents, talking with students, with Black and brown students in this community, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of support that's needed that we're not talking about right now. So as we go into this year, I want to encourage you all to not just support kind of in general, but like really tangibly, and that can take on so many different forms. So if you know me, I'm a guy that pass around all kind of literature. So I have a few things coming up. Pat mentioned our monthly meetings, the MLK celebration again, that's this Sunday at Lakeridge Middle School. We'll be tabling there. I don't know how effective it is me holding this flyer up for everyone. But also, our next community meeting is February 12th. It's going to be featuring some of the people from the book and podcast It Did Happen Here, an anti-fascist people's history of Portland. And it's very, I think just a very good historical learning opportunity for a lot of people. It's about people who organized following the murder of Mulugada Sarah in the late 80s by neo-Nazis to push back against the growing neo-Nazi movement in the 90s. And I think it's going to be very informative, be very engaging, also an opportunity to get the book as well. So I encourage you all to be there. We've got some flyers at the table. And it's also going to be available, as Pat mentioned, online. So just go to youtube.com/@respondtoracismlo. Again, the information is on the flyers. And one other thing, because we want to, as I mentioned, supporting students is a big part of this. So right now, the Asian American Student Union at LOHS, or Lake Oswego High School, is looking for more support for this upcoming Asian Cultural Festival, specifically sponsorship support. So in addition, on the table back there, we've got this sponsorship package. It includes different tiers. We highly encourage you to support the students and make sure, has anyone here been to Asian Cultural Festival before? So you all know it's a great event. It's a wonderful event. We want to keep it going and growing. So please, I encourage you to support that. Lastly, I wanted to invite a special guest today because I also believe in intentionality with this work and connecting, and like I said, growing and expanding. So I have Troy Douglas, who's the owner of Back to the Basket and Cultural Blends, LLC. Kind of embodies, not just as a business owner, but it really embodies so much of the work that we do, connecting people across cultural lines, even beyond just the store. Like he hosts, co-hosts like weekly, basketball networking event in Portland. Like he's just bringing people together on all levels. And he's also a Lakeridge High School grad, 07 as well. And yeah, I encourage you, let him say a few words, but talk with Troy. Like I want to see an LO where there's a lot of former alums who are still around who are doing great work, and it'd be good to do more stuff in the city, give, especially our students, the opportunity to see some of these stories of people who've been where they've been and are doing the things to create the change that we want to see. So, yeah, with that,